Dexter Morgan's final line in Dexter, Resurrection Season 1 saw him break the proverbial fourth wall, and it had a lot of symbolic meaning for the show. The ending of Dexter, Resurrection Season 1 wrapped most of the storylines up in a neat bow. There's still a lot of room for Resurrection Season 2, but Dexter's narration at the end of the season gave the show a lot of closure. One of the only unsolved mysteries from the ending of Resurrection Season 1 is Dexter's final line. In a somewhat rare moment for the Dexter franchise, Dexter turns directly to the camera and breaks the proverbial fourth wall that separates the show from the audience watching it. It was a moment full of meaning, and it changes what resurrection really means. Dexter's final line in Resurrection Season 1 is a direct address to the audience. Dexter Morgan, Michael C. Hall, staring at the camera at the end of Dexter, Resurrection Season 1, Episode 10. Dexter, Resurrection Episode 10 ends with some narration from Dexter as he disposes of Leon Prater's body. The final moments of the episode hear Dexter accept his dark passenger and urge to kill and say, "I'm Dexter Morgan. I'm exactly who I need to be. Exactly who you want me to be." He looks directly into the camera as he finishes the line, and the season ends. Dexter's final line in Resurrection Season 1 is a direct address to the audience. He outright breaks the fourth wall, looking through the camera at viewers, and tells them that he is going to be what we want him to be. The various Dexter shows all include some winks and nods at the camera, but Resurrection Episode 10 is the first time Dexter directly speaks to viewers. Previously, the looks Dexter gave to the camera gave Dexter an eerie effect and almost made it seem like we, the viewers, were inside his head. Now, however, it seems that we're not just inside of Dexter, but that he's aware of us. It may even be that we're his dark passenger. Because he's aware of us, Resurrection Episode 10 has presented the possibility that Dexter is an unreliable narrator. At the very least, Dexter's fourth wall break calls a lot of his motivations into question. If Dexter knows we're listening to his internal monologue, he may be tailoring his appearance to us. He always espouses his desire for justice, but maybe that's all an act. Maybe Dexter really is just targeting criminals to cover his own tracks, and not because of some innate sense of justice. Maybe Dexter is showing us his mask to manipulate us and get us on his side. Dexter saying, "I'm exactly who you want me to be," fits with Resurrection's true crime critiques. Peter Dinklage as Leon Prater in Dexter, Resurrection, Episode 10, Season 1. Zach Dilgard, Paramount+. Regardless of if Dexter is an unreliable narrator or not, he was trying to tell us, the viewers, something with that last line, and I think I've figured out what he was trying to say. Dexter, Resurrection Season 1 is largely about the obsession some people, like Leon Prater, have with true crime stories. Even New Blood touched on true crime through Molly Park. Through Leon Prater, Resurrection was critiquing the trend of people treating real serial killers as celebrities. Clyde Phillips, the head writer of Resurrection, clearly hates Leon Prater. He wrote him as a smarmy, weaselly man who gets off on the suffering and murder of innocent people. By extension, Phillips also hates the trend of deifying serial killers. But, turning a serial killer into a hero is also the central conceit of Dexter. The franchise is as popular as it is because people like seeing someone who takes the law into their own hands and delivers true justice. There's a morbid curiosity about Dexter and his killing ritual, from the blood slides to the macabre way he chops up bodies. Dexter scratches the same itch true crime does. By having Dexter tell the audience directly that he is exactly what you want me to be, Clyde Phillips is calling out our collective fascination with true crime. Dexter is submitting to his urge to kill, and he's telling us that it's exactly what we want. It would be better if Dexter stopped killing people, at least for innocents like Batista who get caught in the crossfire, but we wouldn't like it. We all have a morbid curiosity surrounding Dexter, and Phillips is asking us if we really should like him as much as we do. Dexter is, after all, a murderer. He kills criminals, yes, but criminals are still people. There's a very thin line separating Dexter from his villains. Dexter's final line in Resurrection Season 1 asks if that line is thick enough to make our fascination with Dexter different from Leon Prater's fascination with, say, John Wayne Gacy. There are, however, some problems with that interpretation. Dexter isn't real, for one, so he's inherently less reprehensible than actual murderers, and in turn it's less reprehensible to like him. Dexter also rarely kills innocent people, which many people agree is a lot less disagreeable than a killer like Ul Walker, who exclusively targeted innocent women. Dexter, Resurrection's ending also ties into New Blood's divisiveness. Michael C. Hall looking up as Dexter in Dexter New Blood. Perhaps the main point of Dexter's final line in Resurrection was as a response to the reception of New Blood. The ending of New Blood was famously divisive. No one liked how Harrison shot his dad, no one liked how easily Angela figured out Dexter was the Bay Harbor butcher and, most importantly, no one liked how Dexter died. A big reason that Dexter's death was so divisive was the fact that New Blood was trying to paint him as a villain. He couldn't control his dark passenger anymore, he abandoned the code of Harry and killed Sergeant Logan just to keep himself safe, and he forced his own son to kill him rather than be caught by law enforcement. Clyde Phillips was trying to show us that Dexter isn't a character we should like, he's a cautionary tale. Of course, there were a lot of reasons New Blood's ending was divisive. Dexter's decision to kill Logan, for example, felt entirely out of character, even if Phillips was trying to paint him as a villain. It also didn't mesh well with the first half of the season and, ultimately, felt pretty rushed. New Blood didn't have a perfect execution, but the fact remains that many fans didn't like Dexter being portrayed as a villain.